Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is TK and you're welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome. Thank you for coming back again. And if you're a new subscriber, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. So today I am bringing you something different from what I've been bringing you. The last time I posted the video on my relocation, on how I relocated to the United Kingdom from Nigeria, I got a lot of feedbacks. Somebody was like, why not do a video on ways one can, relocate to the UK? And I'm like, why not? So after so many extensive research, talking to friends and, people who know the way around immigration here in the UK, I have come up with 4 major ways that I am sure of that you can use in relocating to the UK. So there are so many visa routes that you can use in migrating to the UK, but I'm going to limit this video to just 4. So before we go ahead, I want to issue a disclaimer. I am not an immigration consultant. I am not an immigration attorney. I'm just, trying to bring you information that might be useful to you in planning your relocation to the United Kingdom. So without wasting any much of our time, let us, go into the video proper. So the first route I'll be talking about is the spousal visa. Yes, you can come in with a spousal visa to the United Kingdom and live like every other British citizen. So what is a spousal visa? A spousal visa is a kind of visa that allows married partners of UK citizens to migrate to the UK, to come in and live and work with their spouse here in the UK. This kind of visa has no immigration restriction at all. But for you to qualify for this kind of visa, there are certain conditions that you must meet. And some of these conditions are you and your partner. That's the first thing. You must be over 18. You must be 18 and above. That is the first major criteria. And the second one is that you and your partner must have met each other and be legally married, just to prevent fraud marriages. You know the rate at which people do arranged marriages nowadays is kind of alarming. So they make sure you and your partner have met before and have gotten married legally. So that's number 2. Then number 3, you must live in an accommodation that meets UK living standard. And sorry if I might add this, spousal visa allows you to even bring in your offspring, your children that the marriage has produced. You can bring in your children too alongside when you're coming in. So you must also make sure you are going to be living in an accommodation that meets the UK living standard. Your partner must earn at least £18,600 before tax per year. It must make at least £18,600 per annum, and that is before tax. Or your partner must show evidence that he or she has enough savings to cover your maintenance and accommodation costs while you are in the UK. And also, if you have children together, you must show evidence that, okay, we have kids together, probably photograph, probably birth certificates showing that both of you have kids. And I said you must have shown that you have met each other before. You must even show them, prove that probably your travel document that both of you have seen each other. Probably one of you have traveled to the other person's country to see each other at least once before you guys go married. And lastly, you can show them any other document that you guys you intend to live together in the UK. And some of the documents you will need to take along when you are going for your visa application is number 1, a valid passport. Everybody needs that. Without your passport, you cannot travel. Also, you will need proof. That's probably your marriage certificate. Prove that you are married to that person you intend to come and live with in the UK. You will need to show them proof that you guys are actually married. And also, you will need a tuberculosis test certificate. Yes, if you intend to come to the UK for more than 6 months, you intend to stay in the UK for more than 6 months, you will need to show them or prove that you do not have tuberculosis. So back home where I come from, there are just 2 centers. One is in Lagos and the other one is in Abuja. That is where you do your tuberculosis test. And also, when I was saying that the UK partner needs to show evidence that he or she earns at least £18,600 per annum, that is only when you're bringing in just one person, just probably your spouse alone. But when your kids are also involved, the partner will need at least £22,400 per annum, and that is before tax. And with every child you are bringing in, let's say the spouse and one child, you need to show, okay, I have £22,400 before tax. If you're bringing in two, you'll be adding additional £2,400. If you're bringing in three, you multiply it by 2. So you need to show proof that you're financially stable and you can take care of your spouse when they arrive here in the UK. Also, you'll need to pay for your visa fee as well as IHS. Okay, what does IHS mean? IHS simply means Immigration Healthcare Surcharge. And what does that mean again? IHS is a fee that is levied on majority of all UK visas. It is also known as NHS surcharge. It is paid by most applicants as well as their dependents seeking to come to the UK via the domestic immigration rules. If you'll be coming into the UK and you'll be staying for more than 6 months, you'll be required to pay IHS surcharge. And for most adults, I think it's around £624 per year. So if you are granted, let's say, a 1-year visa, you'll be paying just £624. And if you're going to be staying for like 2 years, let's say you are giving a 2-year, 3-year visa, or for 5 years, you multiply 624 times the number of years, and that is the amount you'll be paying when you're applying for your visa. So once you're ready to apply for your visa, you pay for your visa fee as well as the IHS surcharge that I talked about, and you book a date for your biometrics. The biometrics involves, your photographs and your fingerprints. And once that is done, you go home and you await your response. And majorly, it takes around 2 to 12 weeks for your response to come out, for you to know whether you've been granted the visa or not. And if you've been granted the visa, you have like 3 months. You'll be given like 3 months to make plans and come into the UK to join your spouse. Applicants coming into the UK for more than 6 months will be mandated to pay for the IHS surcharge, which I said is also called NHS surcharge. And NHS means the National Health Services. And you pay that money just so for you to be able to access the NHS services here in the United Kingdom. So you pay for IHS surcharge so that you'll be able to access some of the services of the NHS, such as, hospital visits, GP, family planning clinics, and some other things. But it does not cover some things such as prescription, dental care, eyesight test, and dental treatment as well. So normally after applying for your visa, you get a response within 2 to 12 weeks, like I said earlier. And when you're issued your visa, you'll be issued, if you're applying outside of the UK, you'll be issued a visa for 33 months. But if you're applying within the UK, they need to give you 30 months. So, but you can extend it. You extend it and they give you additional 30 months or 33 months, I think, which will sum it up to 5 years. And after that, you apply for your indefinite leave to remain, the ILR. I'm going to talk about those terminologies in another video. So you apply for your ILR, and after that, you apply for your citizenship and you become naturalized. So that's that for the spousal visa. So the next kind of visa I want to talk about is the student visa. Yes, the student visa. And the criteria for applying for this kind of visa is that, 1, you must be 16 years and over. Yes, for you to apply for any undergraduate or postgraduate course here in the UK, you must be at least 16 years of age. Secondly, your course must meet the UK government's eligibility criteria for you to apply for that visa. And also, you must obtain a CAS statement, yes, which will include your CAS number. CAS means Confirmation and Acceptance Statement from a university that is licensed to sponsor student visa. You must apply to a university that is going to be able to give you CAS. CAS means Confirmation and Acceptance Statement, which will be one of the documents you go along with when you're applying for your visa. And you must apply within 6 months of receiving your CAS. Also, you must be able to show proof of funds. Yes, proof of funds is very important when you're applying for a student visa, you must be able to show that you can afford to pay for your tuition and your living expenses, your monthly living expenses, your accommodation, and the cost of living here in the UK. And some people tend to use statement of accounts belonging to their father or mother. Yes, that is acceptable. If your father or mother is going to be the one sponsoring you, you can as well use their bank statement. But when you're planning to use a statement of accounts of a family member, you have to be very careful. It is better for you to ask them to send in the money to your own account and use your account than you using their own account, because probably saying you want to use your auntie or uncle's account, they might want to feel, oh, probably you're being sketchy about your proof of funds. So, and if you're going to be asking them to transfer the money to you, you should do that like 30 days before you go in to make your application. And also you will need proof of English, probably the Ihs, the general one, just to show them that, okay, you are proficient with the English language, that is, you can communicate and use the English language properly. So the documents you'll be needing whenever you are going for your student visa application is your passport. Any kind of visa, the first thing is your passport. Secondly, for you to be eligible for a student's visa, you must be, you must meet certain criteria. The first one is you must show evidence that you are 18 and over. You also be needing a course confirmation. What does a course confirmation mean? You must receive an unconditional offer and a confirmation of acceptance for studies from a recognized UK university that is a licensed student sponsor. And you must apply for your visa within 6 months of collecting that confirmation of acceptance for studies. And if you're below 18, you will need a consent letter from your parents, showing that they're in support of you coming into the UK for studies. So the documents you'll be needing to apply for your visa includes: 1, a valid passport, which is very important. Secondly is the CAS, the confirmation of acceptance for studies from your recognized UK university. Thirdly, you show your bank statement, your proof of fund, like I talked about earlier. Then you show your tuberculosis test results. Yes, it is important because you'll be coming into the UK and you are likely to spend over 6 months. So if you're coming in to spend more than 6 months, you'll be mandated to go for a tuberculosis test and show them the result. You present the results when applying online. And you make your applications online. Then you book a date for your biometrics, for your fingerprints and your photographs, and you await the decision. And the decision too should come out within 2 to 12 weeks. And after that, you make plans to relocate to the UK. And also now, for the postgraduate studies too, it's the same process. But now for the postgraduate studies, you can now work, like you can now remain in the UK for more than 18 months after your studies. So you're allowed to stay in the UK for 2 years. Within that 2 years, you should be able to get something doing. What I would advise at this point is, if you're coming into the UK for postgraduate studies, you should look for a course with good prospects. Yes, good prospects. Don't just come in here to say, okay, I want to come into the UK, I want to just come and study something. Come in to study a reasonable course. Courses that are in high demand here in the UK. You can study any medical related courses. There are so many other courses, engineering, social work, courses that are in high demand, courses that you won't have to stress yourself too much before landing a job after your program. Even though the student visa routes might be expensive, yes, it is quite expensive, especially for the undergraduate level and even the master's level. But there are some reasons why you should, come to the UK to study. And I'm going to tell you like 5 reasons why you should come to the UK for your studies. The UK is home to, a lot of reputable universities in the world. And for postgraduate studies, international students makes up like a larger percentage of the student population. Yes, and tuition is relatively cheap in UK compared to US and Canada and even Australia. And I will say this, UK is a very tolerant and friendly place to live in. We have a lot of races, a lot of cultures here in the UK. Like, there's hardly a tribe or, you know, a race that you won't find any in the UK. British people are very homely, they are welcoming, and they are liberal. And UK offers you a shorter length of course. If you're doing full-time, like a full-time studies for your undergraduate program, within 3 years, you should be through. And even for a master's degree, a postgraduate degree, within a year, you're done. And the last one is the 2 years post-study work visa. Ever since Britain exited EU, like it has opened a lot of doors for, you know, people like us from Africa. Yes, because now after your studies, you'll be given 2 years post-study work visa. You know, within that 2 years, you will definitely learn something for yourself. So after studying in the UK, you'll be given 2 years post-study work visa, which is actually very, very reasonable, unlike before, and it's actually good. So please, if you're planning to come to the UK to study, have it at the back of your mind that you're in good hands. UK is a very nice place to come. And yes, even while studying, you'll be allowed to work for 20 hours during term time. And during the holidays, you can work for as long as you want. So UK, please make it your destination. Tier 2 work visa, which is now known as the skilled worker visa. So this is the kind of visa that brought me into the UK. So what is a skilled worker visa? It's a kind of visa that allows you to come into the UK to work for an approved employer here in the UK. And this kind of visa also makes provision for your spouse, for your dependents to come in with you into the UK. So it is simple. You come in, you look for a job, you come into the UK to work for your employer. And how do you do that? You must have been a highly skilled person, you know, outside of the UK, who has gotten a job offer in the UK to work for an approved employer. Yes, people do it a lot, and it is the common routes, you know, doctors and nurses use in coming to the UK. But please, it is not limited to only doctors and nurses. There are a lot of professionals, you know, that come into the UK via the skilled worker visa. So there's something referred to as shortage occupation list here in the UK. So that is where you find jobs that are actually in high demand here in the UK. I'm going to put the link down for you to go through the shortage occupation list here in the UK. So if you are somebody that is trained and highly skilled in a particular field in a shortage occupation list, you can apply for a job here in the UK. There are thousands of employers looking for, you know, people who are trained in that field. So for you to qualify for the skilled worker visa, you must have gotten a job, like I said earlier, from an approved UK employer. And your sponsor, that is your employer, must issue what I call the certificate of sponsorship to you, which will serve as a proof when you're applying for your visa. And I must say this kind of visa has no restriction on how you can come in and go out of the UK. You can actually come in and go out whenever you want, at least within the time frame of your visa. And this visa also allows you to bring in your dependents into the UK, yes, like your immediate family, probably your wife or your husband, and as well as your children. But you must have a salary offer of at least 25,600. Yes, that is the least amount you can be paid per annum before tax by your employer, so before you can be eligible for a skilled worker visa. So that means if you get a job in the UK, if you are being offered a job in the UK, your salary per annum must not be less than 25,600 £1,000 per annum, and that is even before tax. So also you must have a proof of English. Like you must show them that okay, you can make use of the English language to a reasonable extent. You will be able to speak, listen, you know, read and write in English language to a certain extent. After you've been offered a job and you want to relocate to the UK, you'll be needing certain documents, and the first document is your passport. Yes, your passport is very important. Also be needing your COS, the certificate of sponsorship, which has been issued by your employer, and that certificate, you know, it shows your salary, details about you, the duration of your contracts, and type of job you've been offered, your duration of the contract, and some other things will be in the COS. So the COS is what you'll be attaching together with your other documents and take to the visa application center. Also, you'll be needing a police report. Yes, You'll be needing evidence showing that you are not a criminal. You've not been involved in criminal activities in your home country. Also, you'll be needing a tuberculosis test certificate. Yes, showing that you don't have tuberculosis. Where I come from in my home country, you can do it in 2 places, Lagos and Abuja. So you'll be needing to attach your tuberculosis test. Also, unless it has been stated in your COS that your employer will be funding your maintenance and living costs while in the UK, at least for the first month or 3 months, you must need to show proof of funds that you can take care of yourself pending the time you'll be paid your salary. As soon as you get all your documents ready, you log on to their website, the UK immigration website, and make your application for yourself and as well as your dependents if you are bringing your dependents in. And after that, you book an appointment with the visa office and go in for your biometrics. In my case, for the skilled worker visa, we did not have to pay for any Ihs surcharge because at the time we were applying, we were told it has been removed from the list of the things we need to pay for. So, lucky me. So the Global Talent Visa is a visa category for promising and talented individuals in different sectors wishing to work in the UK. It's the kind of visa that replaced the Tier 1 visa as at February 2020. And to qualify for this kind of visa, you must seek endorsement from one of the 6 endorsing bodies engaged by the UK Home Office. So once you apply, the UK Home Office will refer your application to one of such bodies. If you're applying from the field of engineering, science, medicine, social sciences, humanities, or other research roles, so your applications will be forwarded to one of such bodies. But if you're applying in a non-academic field such as arts and culture or even digital technology, your application will be referred to the Arts Council England or Technician. And if endorsement is granted, then the final decision then rests with the UK Home Office. And how can you apply? You can apply within UK or even outside of the UK. And once the decision has been made that you've been granted your visa, you can live and work in the UK for up to 5 years. And after the 5 years, you get your ILR, and the following year you apply for your citizenship. So it is that simple, guys. Even if those visa routes are somehow expensive, it is actually worth giving a shot. If you're planning to relocate to the UK, you can try and, go for any of the visa type depending on your eligibility. And yes, this brings us to the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And if you're still here to subscribe, please subscribe to my channel. So until the next time, bye-bye.